Yeah, Anatan, like, it didn't work. That rush shot actually didn't work. Blocker on the sacred side. Krakeny sees this as the all-in win condition. His door dire. And right now, things look dire for the House of Lancaster. I didn't catch Freddy's last name. Is it by any chance York? Because it feels like that's appropriate in this game because he's proven to be the downfall of the Lancastrians. Anatan is going to try to remaster Yeoman once more, but he's running out of time fast here. And guys, what makes it rougher is Gunpowder Contingent is felt to be your go-to really powerful play. But do you really want to be building Reboldiquins against Mass Magadai? The answer is an affirmative no. Looks like we are going to have a teensy tiny pause here for a moment. Not sure what happened. Guessing something probably disconnected. This is crazy though. We did just push the stream up on YouTube again, so apologies for that, folks. I didn't get up sooner because like I thought it was actually running, but we are up everywhere again. This is fine though. We had like the weird disconnect before in where we had to have a remake. This just seems to be, I think the players are here. Probably like a mouse or something just disconnected. How do you get out of this bind now as Anno? He is exhausting his gold. That's a really big problem. He's going to run out. Even with Scuttage, this is kind of rough because if he wants to go back to Hobbelars again, that's not cheap. He still has a decent amount of techs to get. We'll switch Earlsguard. I believe also the college still has military tactics training, not taken. Other techs, you don't really care about here. Imagine if Anatan had got 2 PP powers. Alright, Phil's bow. Dude, I'm starting to doubt your ability to read. You mean Krakeny? I mean, actually, Anatan can get Whoopie powers. Wolf Trebuchets are Whoopie powers. Yeah, so if he got Whoopie powers, I actually think he would have lost because I don't think he would have had the skill point. You kind of needed the extra infantry, the extra cavalry muddying it. Like, sure, you eventually want siege, but you don't really need to go in. But the way this played out for Krakeny, it actually played out perfectly with the Sacred Site win condition too. Alright, I hope they're back. Alright, yeah, it looks like Krakeny's crappy internet struck again. He's ready to go. The potato web has retired. So we should be kicking off again in a moment. He's legit doing full network checks to make sure that he's not full lagging out. Alright, we're good to go. Back into it. Apologies about that, folks. So, Krakeny. More Magadai on the way. If Anatan can get to, say, like 50 Yeoman and get some good sync shots in, there's a potential to wipe the Magadai. You're definitely going to want every tech you can get, so that means you're going to need incendiary arrows as well, which Anno doesn't have? Question mark? I don't think he even has... Okay, he's a university somewhere. I'm blind. Am I that blind? Oh my god. Where is the university? I'm just going to use this button. It's somewhere. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, so we have got incendiary on the way now. And wait, did he finally get a Weepy power? He did! Oh, no. I mean, at this point, having one is kind of okay, just to grease the manners. It's not the end of the world either way. But it's going to be annoying for Anno. Attempt is going to be a fat L there. Yeah, Krakeny realizes that like Anatan's not really in a position to mass cavalry right now. He needs to think about the stage fight, because if you mass cavalry, the Magadai can just kite and kill. So you only need a handful guarding the posts, and has huge vision via the outpost network here. Not to mention the yams to easily move across. I don't know, this feels like Anatan is just trying to protect the Yeoman with cannon fodder. magical rabbit out. Got more of the Earl's retinue on the way. Not a bad idea. I think that kind of works better than spears. The concept of spears is interesting because obviously if they touch the Magdai dead. Reaching them is the difficulty here. It almost feels like what Anno needs is the outpost gone straight away. With the Yam there, I just don't see him touching his Magdai. Unless they allow it. Or Crackerty's internet craps out again. He doesn't get an input through and Vodafone walks into the spearman line. It's possible. It's a plausible play. Silk Bowstring's definitely going to be a big deal, so going to be going up to the 7.5 tower range. We don't have similar out of Crackerty, no? No, he's already got it. Oh, sorry, he just didn't have the Khan Hunters. He does, somewhere. Okay, so he's up to the 5.75, which is not too bad. 80 Magadai. No longer Meme Gadai. Anatan, does he just pull the Damien Lancers to the decap? Quite possibly. Yeoman going for the shot. He uses the sing shot. That was it. That's all it achieved. It didn't kill him straight away. Nesta B shot's now coming to scare him further off. And the Magadai is standing their ground here. Crackerty. Really? What? He's not even microing them away. He values the Nesta Bees too highly. Of course, this man who molded against Recon would do that. And he erases them. That's it. GG gets called Crackerty with a Kraken 3-1 victory over Anachad. And finally, more House of Lancaster L's. Mongols need buffs. I think you just watched the wrong games. What is up, Mr. Crackmeister? GG's Crackerty. Well played. Really well played, man. Hell yeah. Mongols need buffs? I don't know about that. Oh, blimey. Whole only weakness seems to be the army. Oof. Do we need to get Marine Lord back in here? He was arguing that Yeoman are OP. Careful, mate. I'm going to wage war with some people with comments like that. Okay, so...
Now you're my shit.
Hey, sup, Crackerty. GG, mate. Amazing series. Appreciate the raid. I didn't catch the end of game number 3, sadly. But yeah, it looked like it was pretty much concluded by the time we saw it. 2K ping? Yeah, I did. I was like, uh-oh, there's a delay. I was like, I'm guessing Vodafone has struck again. But GG's, mate. Well played. So, I wonder... Do we have another series, maybe? We might do. So if I'm not mistaken, there should be... I mean, surely Louis MT versus Nimu's happening now. We could do Louis versus Nimu. So we've got Louis MT versus Nimudon. The other series are B versus Cat and Myriad versus Lucifron. Those are our options. Guessing people probably want the Louis series. Okay. Let me get the draft and update the title. Where is that draft? Okay, I have a Numenor versus Numenor map draft, which I think is the correct draft. So let me just add that in now, guys. And G1 is going to be Boardland. With Numu on Knights Templar. Yeah, so House of Learning, House Lancaster. And KT. Upcoming. Okay, great. Let's hop in the game. Right, double check, make sure everything's okay. I think we're good. Freya hasn't pulled a plug again. Alright, one and all, welcome back to Trials and Knights and Crosses. Wait, Cross and Roses. Wait, I got that the wrong way around. One and all, welcome back to the Trials of Cross and Roses. We've got Numenor up against Louis MT in a competitive series here, and it is featuring the new civs. Will Louis MT be another nefarious little mana boy? Or instead of playing Mana Lords, is he here to play Age of Empires 4? We're going to find out. Borderlands to start us off. We're going to use 2x speed just for the early game to get through the opening. Knights Templar have been looking pretty good on this map so far, gotta say. I think there's a few details that matter into that. Quite often we've been seeing the stones spawn forward, which gives a harassment point against House of Lancaster, but it's also the sacred sites that you're pulling through with troops anyway, so you kind of already have something in place to defend against raids. Let's see what Louis wants to do in this game. It's just gonna be one of those, isn't it? Yep. Think I've seen this one before. What a unique, intriguing, and different build that I've never in my life ever seen. Wait a second. Oh, wait. Is this already been cast? I think so, and it's almost concluded. Fudge's sake. Looks like the other channel's already covering this. We'll do the other series. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry about that. I know that's confusing. But I don't like double casting. I've talked about this before. What's the other series? The scheduling for this has been a bit cloak and dagger, shall I say? Bee versus cat. Let's see if we find that. Okay, B series hasn't been played yet. Shouldn't they have played by now? You might not have anything else to cast. No KPMM games? Let me check our KPMM schedule. might be some KPMM games. Day one's always a little bit wonky, because especially when we're starting up again, getting people to play on time. What's your opinion on the future of the 2 new civs? Speaking about possible nerfs that makes the civ the new auto. I think Lancaster's economy needs to be rethought. Knights Templar's not too bad. They just need, I'd say, actually some buffs to certain landmarks and maybe some slight tweak adjustments on others. But a little bit too good. So I'm looking at what we've got KPMM wise. It could be Louis. No, not Louis. Sorry. No, MSM versus M7's in like an hour and a half. Maybe Mahodo. It's awkward because I'm getting quite hungry. Because we started later today, so it's a bit weird. Bronze champs time would be quite funny. I don't know. Weighing up what we do. Part of me just really wants to go for food. I am just pretty hungry. But like, if I go for a break and come back, like we've got no more live series, I don't think. We could call it. I am now super paranoid that Emma has left our daughter in front of the router again, and she's going to kick it again. So I need to go have a discussion about that. I think we call it. It's been, how many hours have we been live? It's not been too bad. It's been like 5 or 6 hours today. In front of what? The router. You know, the thing for the internet. So she basically kicked the Ethernet cable out. Quite annoying. What I'll do, guys, because, oh my god, I've got so much spam elsewhere. Yeah, I got some work to catch up on. I'll take the opportunity to do that. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go eat. Maybe catch my daughter before she goes to bed. I'll check what the schedule looks like for tomorrow. It would be nice to go live for tomorrow with more of the trials of Cross and Rose games. I need to double check. But yeah, I think there should be. Yeah, quarterfinals is tomorrow. So we'll figure out the time. I think it is going to be like 6 p.m. UK time start as well. So maybe we'll go live a little bit earlier with 1 or 2 midweek muster games, and then we'll hop into the trials of Cross and Rose, okay? But what I'll do now, guys, YouTube, sorry, I know we only just got back online. YouTube is going to end there. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you for more trials of Cross and Rose tomorrow.